Thanks for tuning in to the final edition of Advocacy Minute this session. My name is Grace Bergen, your 2023 Oregon Realtors President, and I'll be your Advocacy Minute presenter this week. The 2023 legislative session, which began on January 17th, concluded on Sunday, with hundreds of bills receiving their final votes in the House and Senate over the last few days. 1 week before the start of session, Governor Kotek issued Executive Order 2304, which established a housing production target of 36,000 homes per year for the next decade. The legislature considered many bills throughout the session that sought to address Oregon's housing supply and affordability crisis. But in the end, few high-impact housing bills received the needed votes to become law. The most notable example of this was House Bill 3414, a priority bill requested by Governor Kotek, which would have made it easier to develop new housing at all price points, types, and tenures throughout the state. In a news release issued shortly after session was adjourned, Governor Kotek noted that the legislature, quote, missed a critical opportunity to address housing production by failing to pass House Bill 3414, end quote. While we're disappointed that House Bill 3414 failed, we would be remiss if we didn't mention some of the good bills that passed to increase housing supply. The biggest win for housing production was arguably House Bill 2001, later amended by House Bill 2089, which established a new process for determining housing needs and production targets, required local governments to calculate and plan for development-ready lands, and required the Oregon Facilities Authority to finance infrastructure and pre-development costs for moderate-income housing. Oregon Realtors will join various other stakeholders in the process of developing administrative rules for this program. Another housing win was Senate Bill 406, which brought certain cities and unincorporated areas in Tillamook County under the Oregon Housing Needs Analysis process and required them to allow middle housing on residentially zoned lands. Several bills that passed will create ballot measures to be considered by the public on the 2024 general election ballot, including which would allow the legislature to impeach statewide elected officials, and another which would establish ranked choice voting in Oregon. For a more comprehensive update about the bills Oregon Realtors tracked this session, watch for our 2023 legislative session recap, which will be distributed in the coming week. Advocacy Minute will return at the start of the next legislative session. But until then, our advocacy review emails will continue to be distributed on a monthly basis to keep our members informed of political and policy developments. Thank you for watching, and tune in next session for more from Advocacy Minute.